Okay, so I'm going to take some of this base and start applying it to the eye. Remember, for your powder shadows, you're not going to use, or for your cream products like this, you're not going to use that packing brush, which I'm probably not going to be able to use for this demo because I used it on that blue. And so you just apply it wherever you're going to apply shadow. I actually start my shadow way out here and in the corner of the eye as well. And you can even come under, because I tend to use eyeshadow instead of eyeliner these days. Then I'm going to take one of those bigger blending brushes and just blend it. It goes on creamy and dries powdery. Okay, and that's going to act as my base. I'm going to really blend those edges out up at the top. Okay, and again, close your creams up right away. Okay, they'll last so much longer when you do that. Now we have these two palettes here, and I'm going to show you how to contour the eye. And so we're going to go with that smaller dense brush, and we're going to go into this more chocolate shade here. Okay, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I just punch it in like that and just start punching it in there. And then you can go back and forth with windshields. And I like to think like there's a C right outside of there, and I'm just going along that C. Now you can even bring it down and start doing some under the eye too. And then you can just build it up more and more if you choose to, using that smaller brush, and really bring it down into the crease. Okay, and then I'm going to go find that brush that is a little bit longer, and just blend. So you're going to do two types of blending movements. Okay, you can do circles, but then the windshield wipers where you get that really nice airy airbrushed look. Okay, okay. And now that brush that we put the primer down with, I'm just gonna take it across my towel just a little bit, and I'm gonna go in with this plum shimmery shade. I don't think I'm even gonna use this, so we'll just set that there for now. And notice for me, what I do is I just move back and forth to my hand, so then it's a lot easier for me to keep up with stuff. And so actually I can do it with this one, but I should have done it with the other one, but it's dirty. So we're going with the blue. So we're going to pack this on. So this you can use in powder and cream, but the other one you only want to stick to powder. And I like using this because you can really start to kind of carve out where you want the crease to be using the actual end of it like that. Okay. And then you can go back to this short brush again and just kind of blend those two together. You don't really want to be able to see where one shadow begins and the other ends. You want it to be really seamless. Now the other trick is you can pack this on and then hit it with some setting spray, and that can bring up the shimmer just a little bit, okay? And that's also going to help the product stay on throughout the day. Okay, so we got that on there. Well, let's see if I can get some of this blue off, because if not, I'm going to have to use another brush. Yeah, I shouldn't even be playing around with that like that. Let's find another brush that I can pack on some color with. Look into my can here. We'll use this one, okay? And I like it because it's smaller. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into this pinky shade, this mauve shade here. And I'm going to pack this more in the inner corner of the eye. This is how I make my eyes look huge, and they're not. Is by using contrasting colors. Okay. And then I can kind of go into this one and this one and mix it just a little bit more for kind of where they meet each other. Okay. Then we're going to go back in with this one and even go into that chocolate shade a little bit if we need to. And just make everything blend together and very, very seamless. Now this palette doesn't have it, but I actually like to go in even darker in the corner, the very, very V of the eye. So let me see if I can find one really quick here. So I'm going to use this palette here, and I'm going to go into this darker shade right here. I can use that same brush and just really, I like to give that depth right in the outer V. Hair everywhere. And just build it up. Okay, so you can see how it gives that depth, and that makes the eye seem like it protrudes a little bit more. Oh, I'm messing up my stuff here. I won't do that. And you can even mix it with the cocoa shade and just bring it up. And here's the other thing, your fingers. When you have your fingers down more like this, you're going to be applying more product and more intensely. You actually don't want to be that close. You never really want to be any closer than this right here. And then to blend it out, I'm going to bring my fingers up more toward the tail and then just light windshield wipers so that it kind of goes into the crease just a little bit. Just to give a little bit more dimension. This probably wasn't the best shade, but there we go, it's picking up. And that's where, honestly, I would come in with a smaller, more tapered brush and really get down. And so you can see now we're getting more dimension to the eye. This is not my favorite chocolate shade, but I'm gonna have to do it with it because I picked it up. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go back into that more mauve-y shade again. Okay, on the inside, and then back to that more purpley eggplant. Right there like that. And so we have an eye. I want to find another darker brown shade though. Let me see what I can find here. Is Juvia's Warrior palette over here? here. This is the shade. This shade right here. Really windshield wipers back and forth. And I'm actually going to bring it up just a little bit, because that's where I was saying that hood, you'll only really be able to see that if I open my eyes. So I got to bring it up just slightly above. And I can feel it. I'm dragging it along that bone there. Okay. And then that's when I like to come in with this brush here. And that just really provides that nice gradient. Okay. And then, where is it? It's going to be too dark. So what I was originally using as that blending, clean blending, I'm going to go back into this chocolate shade here and just come up here on the very, very top and blend it out. Okay. And where did it go? And I'm going to bring that all the way into the tear duct of the eye. Okay. And now we can do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going to use the eyeliner pen. See if I can get this close enough. And we just start to had to decline somebody. I don't know why strangers think you would invite them onto your live. Now you might not go in right away and start doing long strokes like I did. You might need to play connect the dot and do small dashes, okay? And sometimes I do too. Okay. And then I can do a little flick on the end if I want to. Okay. Just a really small flick, okay? And then we want to close this. I like to store my eyeliner pens with the tip down, okay? And I like to use this old brush from MAC. It's flat, okay? I'm going to use, like I said, remember I said I like to use the eyeshadow as a eyeliner. So we're going to use this brown shade here. And just start out here. I don't like a lot of black under my eye. Okay, so you can see how it's starting to shape and define underneath there. Then I'm going to go into that purpley shimmer shade and come underneath it just a little bit. See that? Okay. Now we're going to go in with some concealer. Just to clean up and brighten underneath there. You might not be able to see that darkness, but I can. And I always have to say to myself, well, Tamara, remember, if they can see all of that, they standing too close. They ain't no business. They need to back up off me. But I can see it. So look at how I just dug out of my shadows by accident. And this is where I like to use this brush And just brighten underneath there and blend it down. Hey girlfriend, thanks for the likes. Okay, see how that just really flattened out underneath there? See that? And then just blend it down. And then you can always bring it up like that, and that's gonna give you some lift, okay? This is also why most people do their eyes first, but I've always been, because of my dark under eye circles, I prefer to actually do eyes last, and then I just know how to go in and clean up and blend things out. But see how that looks so lifted? Do you see that difference? You see how that lifts it up? And you can see, you know, how it really gives the eye more shape. Like I said, I'm a shapeshifter. And so, honestly, if I weren't on camera, I could really get down. Just get more into the very, very corner of the eye, because look at that. It's so sharp. It's so precise. Thank you, girl, for the likes. Thanks for being my hype girl. Okay. And so you can see that. I wish I could see what it looks like right now, but you can see that. Sometimes what I'll do though is I'll not really close my eyes. This is a selfie tip. Don't actually close your eyes. Just look down and take the selfie, and then I can look and see where my placements are, and I can adjust them before, you know, I do my final selfie. Because, child, let me tell you, everybody on the internet is an expert, and they can tell you all about your business, and theirs be looking a mess, okay? And so we did that, and now we're going to put the paddle brush away. Take these out. And we are going to go to Miss Rihanna Fenty in this brush. And what is this called? Mocha Miami. And just get that bronze. See it? See that? Baby. Baby. What can you tell me? Not a damn thing. Let me tell you. And I like to just pop it in, and then you can see the difference. See how this looks so much more lifted. And I love the brightness under the eye. Now, with this look, honestly, I might go in with just a little bit of black liner in the waterline. But that's just because I'm a perfectionist. Like, this definitely is not like your get ready for work makeup, okay? With this look, I do feel like putting that little bit of liner in the waterline was needed, okay? Now, do we want to do the same look on the other eye, or shall we have some fun? Y'all tell me, what should we do? I love the base of your makeup. Mine never looks like that. I can see my discolor. Well, that's the camera. I can see it in person, to be honest with you. And I'm actually going to, and it's there gently. And that's what I was saying, sweetie. You know, you got to remember, if they can see all that, they too close in your business, and they really need to back up. They need to back the F up, okay? And so you can come in with your paddle brush. Like if you get lines, and you can't see it, but I can see lines and some creasing. So I just come in with the paddle brush. And I often do this before selfies, right? I will go in with either a brush or a sponge and some setting spray and just flatten everything out, and your selfie will look perfect. Who cares if you look a wreck a few minutes later? Your selfie looks good, right? Because it's all about the selfie. It's all about that Instagram story, okay? So we'll do that. Okay, so let's see what brushes are dirty and keep track of those so I can go wash them tonight. Now, boys and girls, I want to play a game. This is when my makeup was in my bedroom, I used to always just randomly, like, I can't sleep, so I'm gonna play in makeup. Now it's like, oh, I gotta go down all these flights of stairs. Do I really want to go down there? But one thing that I am known to do is do one eye one way and the other eye another way. Okay? And I am not going to use any eye base this time because we are going to play with Mr. James Charles. And we are going to do a little bit of smoky. And I think I will do just a little bit of eye base now that I'm jacking. So see, I got lots of these bulleted brushes. This again is another like Disney find from Walgreens, but they've lasted for years, and that's more of your flat brush that you can use to pack on some color. And so we are going to go in this base and put just a little bit on. Bring it up just a little bit. I always want to say Jotica, but it's Jotica, right? Jotica. But I always want to be like Jotica. And I fight the urge to say that. And then we're just going to blend that out just a little bit. Give it just a little bit of base. Yeah, I said it right. Okay, Jotica. Okay. Now we've done that. And where did that other brush go that I just had? In my hand. In my hand. We are going to use another. This is why I have so many sets of brushes. This is another one of those short, stubby, dense brushes. And we're going to go into... and actually, I'm going to, whoop, ta-da! Oh, you see that? See them angles? We're going to use this, and we're going to go into this shade here. Just a few taps. And let me get a mirror again. That's the only thing about this palette being so dang all huge. And it doesn't come with a mirror. I really love palettes that come with a mirror, okay? My head is so huge. Okay, and so we're going to come up here. We're going to start with the crease this time. And this is what's called like your blending or transition shade. And we're just going to really lay that down. This is kind of like signature Tamira stuff here. Lay that down and start blending it upward and outward. And that's going to be like a nice transition shade. You can actually put it over the entire lid and everything if you want to. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. And you can see how you can really start building it up in the crease area. And that's why I love these. They're tapered. And you can, if you have more of that hooded eye, you can kind of, you see how what I just did? Let me see. Let me do it again. Like that, right? Raise your brows. And that really lets you get in that crease. Okay. So we got some nice blending. That, in all honesty, is a decent go-to everyday shade. You can even fill it in on the lid if you want to. And I'm going to cleanse off my thingamabob here, okay? I'm going to set that down for a second. And we're going to go into this shade next to it with the dense brush. Thank you for the likes. I need to learn that since I have hooded eyes. Yeah. It took me a lot of practice. Oh, down goes Fraser. I hope nothing broke. And then I'm just going to tap off the excess on my hand here. And we're going to come, remember with that dense brush, you're going to start more in the corner of the eye and work your way in because you want more of the concentration out in that outer side of the eye. And we're going to bring that up. Oh, it's so pretty. Can you see that? See how it's gradient and how you just build it up. Okay, and then we're going to bring it down a little bit. like that, okay? And then I'm going to actually dip in that darker shade just a little bit and just start really blending it out. The goal here is not to be too precise, okay? All right, so we did that. And now, boys and girls, I am going to start with this dark eggplanty shade here. Y'all got me working today. Y'all got me working today. Showing my edges, and y'all know I don't use edge controller or anything like that, so come for me if you want to. And then we're gonna pack that. Oh my God, look at that smoke. Look at that smoke. We're just gonna pack that on the lid. Like I said, I have nice lid space, but it can be hit. Ooh, I just gave myself hyena chills like on the Lion King. That is sexy. Ooh, baby. And one thing I'm going to warn you, with smoke, where there's smoke, there's fire. That with a smoky, for me, because they can make my eyes look really, you see the difference how my eye looks more wide and open over here, and this looks more smaller or even beady eyed. I open it back up with some lashes, but I don't have any lashes because Walgreens has lost their mind since March of 2020 with what they want to charge for lashes. And so I don't really have any lashes, so we just gonna have to fake it till we make it, because lashes have gotten really out of control. Okay, and I don't know if you can see, but it's the gradient is already started a little bit, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. It almost looks black, but it's more like a really eggplanty purple. And I'm gonna go back on that just a little bit more, just to make sure we got the whole lid covered. Okay. And this is perfect because now we got this dual-ended brush. And sometimes you want to put just a little bit of color on there. I just dabbed it in there, and now you're gonna get in that crease and go to work, blending it out. And don't forget to come down here like that C and just blend it out. Now you can dab in there just a little bit more and bring it up just a little bit. And this is really dense, so it's not going to blend it out a lot. You can do some circles and raise your eyebrows and blend it out a little bit. But what you're most likely going to have to do is come in with like this brush. Remember, that's what we packed on over here with. And you can blend it out with that. And you can also go to one of these and start blending it out. Now, okay, one thing I suggest is, remember we used this brush. I'm gonna set this down for a second. We are going to go into this color and this color just a little bit. And we're gonna pick up our mirror again, and we're really gonna come out here and work our way in and really start really creating more of that gradient. See that? Okay, and then we're gonna go clean off the brush just a little bit. You can do it with the color switch. Mine is too dirty to do it. And we just blend it out. And there is a really thin line between over blending and not enough. I tend to do one or the other, but like I said, I am not a makeup artist. And we just come back on here and put down some more, okay? And where is that? I'm gonna come back with this one and really just start flicking it up. That's going to give you more of that elongated too. Now, one thing I like to do is I like to use a mustard yellow, like right up under the brow. Okay, and that really gives some nice gradient too. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this original brush and come over here like that. Okay, don't worry about all that, I'm gonna clean that up. Okay, I still want to blow out that smoke just a little bit more because I feel like it just is like stuck there on the lid, so I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit, just right at the top of where that hood is. Yeah, that's better. And then take this, really start blending it out. Come back to this one. Much better. Okay. And we'll go back to this one. We're gonna go back to that first shade, that lighter shade. Just okay. And I'm gonna pause and conceal just to give me a better indication of what's going on. But before I conceal it, I'm gonna go back to this brush here. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Oh my God. I need a stop. I need a break thing. I need to move that shit first. Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna go with this brush and we're gonna go in that eggplant shade and come down. Under here. Oh, that's so pretty. And where'd the paddle brush be? And just a little bit. We don't want too much underneath there. And we're gonna spritz it. Come over here. Pick up some of that excess and just flatten it. Oh my God, I love it. Like that. And we can do a little bit of liner over there if I can find it, because apparently I didn't put it back where it goes. I don't know what I did with it, so it'll show up. It's here somewhere. Might have even fallen. You never know around these parts. Is it over here? Wouldn't be alive if I didn't forget something. And so we're gonna get some mascara. Even that makes a difference. And honestly, when I do a liner thick, like it's way too thick right there, that's okay. Y'all forgive me, right? I can come in like this. See how that fixed it? Okay. See how that just looks bigger and more open. And over here we got more smoke. I need to do some more blending too. I love it. I love it. Then we're gonna do this again with the Mocha Miami. Okay. And I do want to blend. Okay. And I always like to do a little something in the corner of the eye. So I got this shade from James Morphe. And right in the corner there. And we are good. We are good. So let's move this. Let's put James over there. And let's find a lip. Where are you, girlfriend? I was looking for my lipstick from Rihanna, but I think she might be upstairs in the bathroom. It's amazing how I don't realize that I've lost stuff, or it's not where it's supposed to be until I actually go to look for it to use it, and it's not here. And ain't nobody here but me, so it's on me. So we're gonna use this. Okay, so there's one. Is there a Midnight Plum in here? There is. I like that vampy. I like how vampy that looks. Come back in. And again. Keep messing it up. You really can't tell me shit right now. Can't tell me a thing. I mean, like, for real. Like, girl, that is, that lip. That lip. What am I doing? It's what happens when I use the screen as a mirror instead of oh, that lady is a vamp. That lady is a vamp. Alrighty, TikToky. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, girl.